Okay.
Hey.
Woo!
Yeah. Good job, ukulele.
Can we start Facebook Living?
I feel bad now because I'm not in Santa Cruz.
That is true.
It's always fun to like go to Santa Cruz and bring a guitar.
It is.
That's what I did last time with some friends, and it was a blast.
It was definitely.
I love Santa
Hell
Cruz.
So yeah, we're back in the circle. So
Yes, welcome to Woke as Fuck number 6.
yeah, woke as fuck number 6, Matt.
Love it, dub.
PieceXPiece.
Yes, piece by piece, definitely. PieceXPiece.
You know, speaking of Wubba Lubba Dub Dub, do you guys go to that Rick and Morty the bus they had in San Jose or in San Francisco or?
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
No, I haven't been to that.
Yeah, so like there was a bus in the shape of Rick, and it came by San Francisco and also San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna go, but then I got really busy, so like I didn't have a chance to see it either.
This is the problem because I don't watch a lot of TV and stuff. I know Rick and Morty's that cartoon show where I'm probably gonna get attacked for this, but it's like Adult Swim show. I've never really watched it. I think he showed me like a couple episodes, but I've never watched a lot of TV, so that's the thing that sucks for me.
I love Rick and Morty so much, dude.
Fuck yeah, man.
Love a dub for life.
Yeah, cool. Rub it dub.
Season 3 is coming out, but yeah, like we're always busy. Like, there's no time to like watch television. Like,
Yeah.
I'll only watch things if I'm really into it, you know, like because other than that, then I just don't have time. Like I've never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones.
I've never watched it either. All of my friends tell me that I have to watch it, but just haven't had the chance to. Have you watched it, Matt?
No. I hear so much about it, but I just don't have the time to, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No. So yeah, I'm like the only one that's not drinking right now. I feel like a good kid.
Yes.
No, especially you, man.
Sip the apple juice.
Nah, I'm cool.
Okay, fine. It's cool.
I don't drink. I don't do any.
A lot of artists don't drink, you know.
I know. That's a lie.
It's like how do you?
That's a lie. Shoot. No, I drink, but I'm trying to recover right now from a really bad hangover from last night. So, and I know I should probably have a beer just to make myself feel better, but yeah, I'm cool. At least right now.
Struggles with being a millennial.
Yeah, definitely. So.
You graduated from James Lake too, right?
Yeah, I went to James Lake High School. I went there from 2008, graduated 2012. Interesting high school. Everybody, a lot of people that influenced me to do music was actually from there. When I started doing music, it was because I had a group of buddies that played guitar. I took my guitar class initially from James Lake High School, and that's where I started picking up my music piece. I played guitar for the 9th grade. I started halfway into my summer of 9th grade, going to sophomore year, started playing a little bit of piano, and ever since then, those are like the only 2 instruments I've learned so far. Yeah. I started picking up the ukulele a little bit, but other than that, that's kind of where I got the kickstart to it from a couple of my buddies in that class. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait, you also went in James Lake too, or?
No, I went to 2 high schools, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
I went to Milpitas High School, then I got kicked out. And then I went to Piedmont Hills High School and finished my remaining high school years there.
Okay.
How'd you get kicked out?
I had bad grades.
It's all good, man. I didn't have the best either, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not the top of the class. I was always that kid that sat in the corner and kind of kept to himself. I was a nerd. I played nothing but Halo. Halo is like the stuff. Halo was definitely like my...
It's the stuff.
It's the stuff. So I played Halo like for a long time. Like Halo is like my favorite. I hated anyone that played Call of Duty. I just didn't like it.
I still can't play Call of Duty to this day.
Halo is like my favorite. I haven't played video games really since Halo. Last game was like Halo Reach.
Oh shit! I mean, I think they were coming out with another game. Can't be too sure about that, but
I think it's Halo Wars 2.
Something like
all my buddies are like, "Oh, you're gonna get Halo Wars 2?" I'm like, "No Halo Wars."
Destiny 2,
No.
PS4. Catch me on PS4.
Is that your target name or?
It's actually, I think it's Mr. Davis with 3 S's, or it could be a different gamer tag. It's been a minute. But dude, Destiny, it's a great
I
game.
can't even remember my gamer tag.
Hey, going back to James Lake, you say you took guitar class. Wait, did you take Nakajima's class or?
Nakajima, I took no, it was actually some guy that I don't remember his name, but I didn't have a great chemistry with him. It started with a D, Mr. something, I can't remember his name. So, but he was there for 1 year, and then pretty much he was there for a year, and due to conflict of interest with the school, he was let go. So. Yeah, so it was not just me.
Was he busted or something?
He was just a different person, and he not only that, but he taught at 2 different schools. He came in the morning to do James Lake, and then later in the afternoon he'd go back to, I think, Santa Clara. But other than that, that was pretty much. Okay. Yeah.
We have connecting issues right now. I could see it.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, like, well, the thing about being in the basement is it's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
But there's no signal around here.
That's
I'm
true.
always having trouble. Like, you have the best Wi-Fi around here, but in terms of like
It's just
phone
the
calls, there's
basement.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing, huh?
No
Yeah.
booty calls for you, bro.
Nobody calls me anyway, so.
Oh shit, it's all good. Me neither.
Same.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's how it is in this era, you know, social media. So like, I mean, that's the way I hit up people all the time. And sometimes people like to go out, and that's good. Like, so I was in a conversation with some Facebook buddies of mine from high school, and I'm glad I was able to keep in touch. And now, like, because we could all like be in this conversation, we could all keep in touch, and then we're gonna go to a dinner right now to celebrate a friend's house. I mean, a friend's birthday.
Your friend's birthday? Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, social media is definitely a lot of people are like, I hate this, like, the future with all this technology and stuff, and I could see why people think that, but honestly, I feel like this is the best time to be alive. You know, and then like a lot of people are like, well, there's so many problems with this, so many, you know, humans made, you know, this type of thing, or like, you know, like the future is just jacking everything up. It's like, well, today we have access to anything with a touch of a finger, and it's like, you know, back in the day when we had to do like research studies for our school, or if we needed to find something really quick, we wouldn't have the ability to do that. And like even with navigation, which is like my best friend, anybody knows that I'm like the worst at directions. Even Matt knows that. That's like, it's like crazy to be in this like type of world now that we could do anything at, you know, a flick of a finger. So I love it. I'm not complaining. So,
Right? Yeah.
I'm lazy, so everything's just perfect right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Shoot.
If I could find the easy way, I'm taking it.
Definitely.
Yeah, like for sure with the phone, like I never get lost anymore. And you know, you used to print out like the maps.
What was it, MapQuest?
Yeah.
I think it was MapQuest.
Yeah, I hated that. That was the worst. I'd always miss an exit and I'll get confused.
Yeah. It's like, for millennials, we're not oriented that way in terms of finding like directions in like either maps or like either telling us to go east or west. Like I can't orient myself to like find directions like that.
Exactly.
Like I'll just have it on my phone in my screen and it'll just take me there. And that's really easy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I told like my dad, like my grandmother was a thug. I don't know how she did it back then. Like that was crazy. Like I can't imagine like not having a phone. That sucks. No color TV.
Fuck that, huh?
No, yeah, you had to call on like the big old school phones with the freaking spiral cord, and not only that, but anybody in the house could hear you if they pick up their phone, so it's like no privacy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it sucks. That for them personally.
Yeah.
My opinion.
You know, like my younger siblings,
Yeah.
they're going into summer school and they're giving him iPads and laptops. I'm like, where's my
I
laptop?
I get jealous about that.
I
So.
feel like, come on.
I think
Like,
my
really?
sister's like, she got her phone this year, and she's like only 10. I'm like, dude, I didn't get a cell phone until I was at least,
I was
13, 14.
Yeah.
And it was a Nokia, it was a brick. You guys remember the Nokia?
Yeah.
Love Nokia. I still will get the Nokia.
I kind of want that cell phone because the battery lasts longer, you know.
Plus, you had Snake. Snake was the best game ever.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was hella fun. Yeah, the snake was tight. What else did they have back then?
The Razor.
The Razor. Was that the one that flicked with the
That was the
like sidekick?
It's a really
That was a
thin one.
sidekick.
What is a
Sidekick.
Yeah.
Sidekick was the slider, and then the Razor was like, dude, it was so perfect. It was like, it was so sharp.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember my first phone was from AT&T, and I had the Sidekick. I was like the happiest kid ever, and I was pissed because I love my mom. You know, my mom's everything to me. But at that day, I was pissed. I was pissed that day. My mom got me the Sidekick, and those from AT&T. I was finishing up freshman year, and it was because I got really good grades that year. I was like a 3.0 and above student. I think I sat at a 3.6.
Yeah.
And I was doing bomb like at school until later. But anyways, let's go back to the good times, right?
Yeah.
So I was doing bomb in school, and I had the Sidekick, and I remember my mom. Something happened with a contract, she didn't like it, and I remember it was the first phone I've ever had because I've never had a phone before. I've never, like, not at all. So the whole time I was in middle school, high school, all I had was like a little bit of high school on. All I had was the iPod. So I just listened to my music and that was it. And I kind of like navigated my way home, and I didn't have any communication with anybody except for like MySpace when I got on the computer.
Hey.
But my mom took it away, and I was so mad. She's like, "No, we're not gonna do
How long did you have it until she took it away from when you got it?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's like, here you go. Nope.
Yeah, and I don't know how she returned it because most of these days, like nowadays, if you get like an iPhone or something, you open the box, you can't return it. I don't know how she returned it. So, other than that, I mean, I love you, Mom.
Shout out to moms.
Shout out to moms. I
Shout
love my
out to
mom.
moms.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing ukulele specifically? Because it's not the same as guitar, right?
Ukulele. I mainly started. Yeah, it's not the same as guitar. I mean, it's. I would say if you're gonna start on an instrument, I wish I would have started on ukulele. But at the same time, I'm glad that I didn't because guitar is more complex. There's like more, and there's more strings to it, more chords, more, like more flexibility to do whatever you want on a guitar versus ukulele. Ukulele, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sounds the same all the time. Yeah, it's a couple strings, sounds almost the same every time. It's pretty portable. That's the reason why I got it.
It's light. It's
I
portable.
Exactly. This guy sees me carry all the time. I'll be walking through Walmart playing it. And then I picked it up because since he's the singer, he's got a good voice, so he sings. I pick up the ukulele and I play because it's more easily portable instead of me carrying a guitar, smacking people like going left and right. So I just kick the ukulele. And
he still smacks people with a uke, so
but
it really didn't change.
For him, it's on purpose.
Yeah.
It's like a
me
thing, or
It's like, I don't know why. It's like, how come he could sing and I can't? It's like, why? But
the
Murphy's Law.
Exactly.
Murphy's Law, yeah.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like some shit went the wrong way today. Like we were supposed to have more mics. We were supposed to have more people, but then
yeah,
things happen.
Everything just did not go as planned.
Yeah, same thing with my phone. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, your album was supposed to be released a little earlier, but then it
Murphy's
was
Law
postponed.
again.
What happened?
Yeah, so thankfully, since we don't really have a big we're just starting from scratch.
Okay.
Me, Matt, and Cisco have musical backgrounds. We all did independent stuff. But when we formed together, we're kind of starting fresh. What ended up happening was we had a little bit of difficulty in regards for the distribution contract that we're with our studio producer, and unfortunately, since we didn't warn them ahead of time, because prior we were in Free Radical. Remember, we released our album day of, and we didn't have a problem. And when I was doing that and I was marketing everything, he told me, well, since you have to give at least a week notice before we release it because he believes that it's unprofessional and he was not going to release it for us. So at that point I was like, oh, that sucks. I told everybody I was going to release it tomorrow, so what I do is well, hold it. I'm like, can I at least release one song or something for people? No, hold it. I'm like, okay.
Really?
So I had to hold it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what happened. I didn't really get to tell Matt the full story, so.
Okay. Well, it's confession time, so.
I'm just as shocked. I just learned
I'm
about
very
this today.
sorry, dude.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law is all over
I
it.
think the quote of the day is just Murphy's Law.
The law of Murphy.
I think so too.
I think Murphy's a ghost.
Definitely. Shoot.
Definitely haunting us.
Yes.
This whole week,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been haunting.
What happened to you?
I have to work 4 a.m. shifts.
Shoot. Yeah. We're all workers, huh? You work too, huh?
Yeah.
That's so hard to do what you love and at the same time to work.
I know. I love sleeping. How am I going to do this?
It just for me, it feels like 40 hours a week is a lot.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
though that's everyone does that, but it's man, you really have to fight your tiredness, your willingness to not do something. You just have to fight that. It's oh, let me relax a little bit. Nope, there's no time to relax.
Not at all.
Gotta make that money, especially in California.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness. So expensive out here.
And it's if you want to do something with art, you know, the next guy, he's gonna be even better. Like he's doing twice as much as you are. So it's like if you're not like using every single hour of every single day like to the fullest potential, then you're gonna fall behind.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
No, it sucks. I think like Matt has been like busting ass pretty hard. When you were like at Starbucks, you started off like 8 months ago or something.
I've been a barista for about 8 months total, from transitioning Starbucks to Pete's Coffee.
Correction,
And
Pete's Coffee, my bad.
Pete's Coffee now, yeah. Starbucks.
My apology.
Which has the better coffee?
Pete's Coffee, hands down. I'm not just saying that because I work there.
Yeah. For me, I don't drink a lot of coffee at all. Like I drink rarely. And I remember I went to, he hooked me up with the coffee actually, and I didn't like it because he knows I don't like coconut, and he fucking put coconut.
I learned about that. I learned about that right after. He's like, "Is this coconut?" I'm like, "You don't like coconut?" No.
It was like, first bandmate ever. Sorry.
A heads up would have been nice.
I told you.
But you know, because coconut tastes so bad, at least you know it's nutritious for you. That's the way I look at it, you know?
I guess so. But
it tastes bad.
It tastes bad. Why am I in torture myself? It's like you know, like I get like boxers, they punch themselves in the stomach because they're gonna get stronger. But why? It fucking hurts. I mean, it hurts. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of friends. You can't see it on the camera, but there's a little spider on here.
It's okay. TJ is
throw you on the floor.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was gonna say it's okay. TJ does
yeah, pest control.
not Terminex, pest control
Oh,
for
yeah?
Eco Lab,
Eco Lab.
which happens to work with Pete's Coffee.
It's pretty.
If nobody knows,
Yeah.
the more you know.
How does that
Smart.
work, Ryan?
You know, like just like any other business, you have things that pop up that need to be taken care of behind the scenes. So this guy would probably go and fix some stuff. I'm not going to say what happens, but there's some things that happen.
Yeah.
Like ant problems, you know?
Okay.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
nothing.
there's always going to be ants. You can't do
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that? You know?
Spray the shit out. No, I'm just kidding.
You just pour coffee on them and let them get hyped, bro. Just like run around. It's great.
Yeah. I won't answer exactly how I do it just in case if this video ever goes anywhere. You know, because then they'll be like, oh, give our secrets.
It's just sugar water.
Well, you guys know where you heard from it the first time. You know,
Yeah.
this is where you heard it from.
Sugar water.
Gotta stay woke.
Stay woke. Woke
Stay
as fuck.
Woke as fuck. Woke as fuck.
Woke as fuck.
You know, speaking of the video, you guys shot it, and I saw like it's shooting from above and all the way down.
Oh,
is that a
yeah.
crane or a drone? What's to do with that?
That'd be a drone.
That was a drone.
That was a drone.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the first time we've ever, first of all, shot a video, and then secondly, that's the first time we've seen a drone, like, video capture everything. Or at least for me, I was just like, whoa.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Remember Cisco?
Yeah.
Because it was on the drums. And what happened?
Cisco was on the drums just doing his thing, and I was driving my car, like, in and out. And then the drone just goes and zooms up on him, and we're like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, man.
It looked like it was going to attack him. Poor guy.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. I was like,
Miss you, Cisco from San Francisco.
I thought the camera was going to break.
Jesus Christ.
I thought so, too.
So, like, was the camera meant to be on the drone, or how does that work?
I think it's implemented inside the drone, and then it just, like, does its own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like you just got some duct tape and a camera.
No.
I mean, I'm sure that could work, too.
We would have done that, but our producer is a very, like, you know, he's, like, high quality.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Which producer, if you don't mind me asking, or?
Johnny Abreu. He's from Red Eye Recording Studios. He's personally the best producer that I've worked with in the Bay Area so far. I've worked with a lot of producers, and no one can do tracks like him. The reason why so forth, I would say, is because one, like I've worked with many producers that don't really give a lot of feedback in regards for your track, which I could understand, because you never want to tell somebody how to do what they feel is right. It's like kind of like you're doing your podcast and I come in here and say, oh, you should do this or that. You know, like it's like, you know, hey,
slow down.
but yeah, exactly. Like, not as a bad thing. I don't mean like that at all. But I guess a lot of producers see that as like I guess
like a nuisance.
Yeah, because like nobody wants to hear from somebody else like, oh, you should do this. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I think it should be done like this because it's my song.
He doesn't restrict your creativity. He kind of like broadens it and says, hey, how about you try this? It might work better with how you're doing your thing. Like for when I'm doing vocals, like we do like extra layers. We do different melodies, different octaves. So he's a pretty cool dude.
So he's just giving you advice without like like you don't have to take it, but there's advice.
Yeah,
exactly. And a lot of producers don't give that kind of advice at all.
They're either really quiet or they're like, I don't like it.
No, they
and we're like, dude, what?
And there's some producers, I'm not gonna say any names, but they're very critique on.
Just kidding.
No, they're very stuck to a certain style.
Yeah.
That if you try anything different, it kind of culture shocks them, and they won't like you automatic.
Jesus.
They're stuck to a certain mind frame, and you know who I'm.
They're very narrow,
very
minded, in opposed to just making your own
artist.
thing and making music.
Yeah.
But that's the game.
So Johnny does recording, with audio and video.
I think he recently started picking up video this year.
Okay.
Started picking up video this year. He's only done like a handful of projects, including ours.
They still come out pretty good though.
They come out pretty good for the quality. He uses high-end quality cameras. He doesn't use like you think 1,000's a lot. He has like cameras, lenses that alone the lens costs like $5,000.
Jesus, man.
I'm talking about commercial,
Starting.
legit, and the body of the camera that he has, was like $10,000.
Okay.
Dude, like he has this one camera that just kind of swivels like that, and it gets heavy after a while. Remember when Manuel
dude,
was
that was
carrying
the
it?
worst.
He had to have like his arm carry the camera while Manuel was carrying it, which is one of his buddies that helps out. And dude, it's just like that's some top-notch equipment.
You've carried it on you, or?
I didn't carry it on me personally, but I did try to it would get heavy after about 5 minutes, and you're just like walking and falling, like whoever you're shooting.
It's like to stabilize it, right?
Yeah, but it also swivels too, so it's like there's a control panel. It's complex.
It's very
complex.
interesting.
God damn.
It's not your typical Nixon camera. Like
There was so many times he was like following Matt because it was the first scene of the video. Because most of the video it starts out from. We'll give you like a little heads up. Starts out it's a day and night video. So the daytime we had the most troubles I would say in the daytime versus nighttime, right? Because the nighttime was pretty simple. We thought the nighttime was going to be more complicated because there was going to be like we did it out in the open. We had a lot of drunk people walking around our videos, so we literally thought like, okay, this is going to be the scene that we need to emphasize more time in because of the fact that people are drunk, they're walking all over the place, they're tripping on our chords, these are things that are going through my mind. Interrupting the scene, coming to bother us, like a couple times they did, like, oh hey, I like your voice, or like, they come around and like do things that's like kind of like
you have
weird.
a random dude say, hey, I like your hat. I'm like,
or like
thanks.
yeah, or like a drunk guy, the drunk lady that came up and just like told Cisco we're in the middle of playing, hey, can I sit on your drums? Like, you mean you want to sit in the chair or you want to sit on the drums? Like, no, I meant that chair. Like, it's like,
I
okay,
mean, I would sit on the drums.
I was like, yeah, she sat there and took a picture and just interrupted the video. But like we went on only like 3 times, maybe not even that many
Was
times.
this behind a bar or like?
This
is in the alleyway, downtown San Jose.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, downtown San Jose, it's always full of drunks.
Yeah, I know that.
Tres Gringos.
Yeah, Tres Gringos area where
you might have caught us there if you were there.
There was Tres Gringos. There's San Jose Bar and Grill, and then if you go up a little bit, it's like the alleyway connecting toward Cream.
Cream, yeah.
Okay.
I can see
that alleyway. That, where the shark flags are, and then there's the light bulbs. There's like a lot of creativity with the sharks, and I felt like that would be like a great opportunity for us to like shoot the video there because
it was a beautiful shot,
dude. Yeah, because the lights are blue and white represents the city of San Jose, and not only that, because not a lot of people go through there.
No.
And it was like everything kind of went wrong, but everything kind of went right at the same time because cops showed up. There were undercovers that were sitting in their car, literally watching us for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just trying to see what's going on, and then later at the end of the video, just kind of not funny. Not funny. Somebody got arrested because they were doing bad stuff. So.
It shouldn't be funny, but it kind of is.
It was kind of random, like a funny random kind of situation because like we're doing the video and then someone just got arrested.
It was more of an awkward funny. You're like,
like this guy was doing like shooting up something and we were like doing our video and we didn't even know.
Yeah.
And we gave him a free show too because he was asking Francisco's like, hey dude, play the drums, we just missed you, and then Francisco was like,
just like that.
It was like, yeah, like that.
So the people around there got a live show.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
We got a couple new fans, I want to say.
We got a lot of people that were like surrounding us.
Someone even shouted out our band name and we didn't even know who it was.
Yeah. Like Piece by Piece.
Yeah, it was like we looked at each other like, did you talk to some people? And we're like, no, we were just shooting the video. It was cool. It was cool.
It's crazy. Did you guys have to get permits for that to film, or you just kind of just
We
winged
just
it?
bossed it, bro. We just started shooting.
Yeah, we just did one of those
No regrets.
San Jose things. Just like, we're gonna do it, and if we get in trouble,
Get in trouble,
then
we'll do
we
it
get
later.
in trouble, we'll deal with it later. Yeah.
Right.
So,
We have an undercover agent coming right now from the police department.
oh,
No.
in that case, no, we didn't. We got permits.
Okay,
We definitely got
okay.
permits.
Paperwork's all filled out.
Yeah, we're not drinking.
You
I'm
know,
only 16, so
Oh shoot, man.
I just look older.
Yeah, this is my grandpa. But yeah.
You know, they say that that's how Steven Spielberg, I think he made the Terminator movie, right? So that's how he finished the last scene. That he didn't have a permit, but then he told the cops that they're just they're students, they're trying to shoot a documentary, and the cops let him shoot it.
Oh,
And that's how they finished the movie.
you know what's funny? I actually did that one time. I got pulled over by a sheriff.
What did you do?
This was for the video. I did a video a long time ago. I deleted it off YouTube, but like a long time ago, I did a documentary off of Marsh Road. You know Marsh Road?
Oh, Marsh Road.
You don't know Marsh Road?
No, what is that?
So let me cut into a minute. You know the story? You want to explain it?
You tell it.
We got time. We got time.
Okay, so it's a good story about this girl that went to high school. I forgot what high school it was. Do you remember exactly what high school? I know the story. But
I
not
believe it was Milpitas High School.
Milpitas High
The
School.
high school.
That's pretty close.
High school that kicked you out.
Ooh.
So Milpitas High School was actually the place that there is this girl that was a freshman, I believe, at the time, and there was a senior. They were dating. The night that they went to prom, they basically he went to pick her up in the truck, picked her up for prom, took her to prom. He basically ended up raping her and assaulting her and strangling her to death.
What?
And threw her body under a
That's
bridge.
crazy.
And that bridge is Marsh Road.
Okay.
Now, the story behind Marsh Road is that it's one of the most haunted places known in the U.S. So that spot is known to have her walking at the bridge, or you could hear her voice if you go in the middle of the night. Now, I've went a couple of times, and I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some creepy stuff. The creepiest thing that I've seen, and I was able to get on video, but I took it down. I wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't. To be honest, I swear, I wish I didn't. But there were actually worshipers, and I had friends with me that were under that bridge on Halloween night.
Yeah.
So they were just, I don't know if they were playing a joke or something, but they were underneath the bridge, and they were practicing. And they were just chanting or whatever. We went under the bridge and we're like, what is that? Is that a candle? Like, and then we went down there and there were people down there. We ran out, took off.
So some people legit believe in these kinds of things, like Wicca and all this black magic stuff.
Satanic cults and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's its own little culture, and people do that stuff, So,
Oh, it's real, dude. It's definitely real.
So I mean, I would have done the same thing. I would have just ran
I
away.
was scared, dude. I don't care. I was scared. I'm running, man. I don't care, dude. Get out of my way. Shoot. Yeah.
I've heard about that story. Yeah, like I had some
It's
friends
actually a
tell me
movie.
about that.
They made a movie.
They made a movie about it.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was in the 90s. You just gotta look it up.
It's called Rivers something. Rivers something. I watched it. It's called Rivers something.
Yeah.
Rivers Edge or something. I don't know.
It's crazy.
I gotta take a look at that.
Take a look at the bridge.
Oh yeah, go to the bridge.
to the
I would
bridge.
recommend to do it once in your life. It's definitely interesting. Go around 9.
But if you don't come back, don't blame us.
There's no
Is that
signal.
in Milpitas or?
There's no signal. Just
There's no signal. It's a dark road at night.
don't worry. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're not there right now. You're like Hades. I was like, oh.
He's already going to get lost in his head. He's like, oh no.
Yeah, no. You're good. Her name was Marcy. That's her name. Marcy. Marcy's her name. And basically, if you say her name and you cross the bridge, supposedly she comes out.
Okay.
That's the story.
I actually saw.
I crossed it.
You crossed it?
Oh, I
stood
crossed
in
it
my car,
multiple
dude.
times. Nothing
My
happened.
buddies were doing whatever. They got out the car. I was ready to go. I'm like, let's go whenever you're ready.
Hey,
Scared me.
Yeah.
hold on a second.
Don't
There's
worry.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm still recording, so you wanna fight over that? Yeah.
Because I don't want to waste battery. Matt's over here charging now.
I got the power brick.
Yeah, with Facebook Live, I was always I think I had to hold it. But you just push a button and just let it go, right?
Yeah, it's been going this whole time.
Okay. Hey.
Hey, stay woke.
Yes.
Yeah, so that killed like
Yeah, camera here, camera there.
camera in
Camera
my
everywhere.
pocket.
We have more cameras
We
than
don't
Big
need
Brother.
that camera.
No, this camera sucks. My camera sucks. So,
You have a newer phone than I do.
yeah. I know.
What kind of phone do you have?
S8.
Okay.
S8. I had to think about it for a little bit. Definitely. Nah, it's the S7, I think.
I have the S6 Plus,
Which one?
S6 Edge Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Samsung.
Samsung.
Oh man.
Samsung?
I'm not a fan of Samsung.
Apple?
Unfortunately. No, this is I was a fan of the Nexus brand, but this is OnePlus. This is like a Chinese phone or something.
Oh,
It's
the one.
Yeah, the OnePlus, and
The one.
it's a low cost phone with I think they don't do a lot of marketing, but they put the money in the product, and it's like it works pretty good.
Hmm.
And I think right now they're at OnePlus 6 or something, but this phone is really good, and I've had it since like February, and it's working pretty good.
Nice.
I like it. Hold on a second. I got
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Nice, sir.
Should
My
I be
name
doing an
is
interview?
TJ.
Mr. President?
My name is yeah,
Nice to meet you, Mr. President.
nice to meet you, Mrs. President.
Mrs. Wait, what?
That's true.
What?
Yeah.
So, Facebook Live.
So, Matt, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a millennial and I'm pretty lazy.
All right. So, what inspired you to get that shirt of Baywatch?
I
Looks really good on you.
yeah, I don't know what to say.
Okay, we're back. Okay, we gotta be serious.
And we're back.
And back live. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So the album is for sure gonna come out by the end of this month.
It's coming out Friday.
I feel like you guys are gonna pull a Rick and Morty, where you guys gonna say it's gonna come out this time, but then it's gonna take a while. For it to
No,
come out.
it's coming out Friday for sure. It's coming out Friday.
Okay.
And at that point, we're gonna be doing shows, and we're gonna be doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So
When's your next show, by the way?
it's gonna be at. I mean, right now we're gonna do a couple. I hate to say it, like open mics is the best way to for us to grow right now.
Oh yeah.
There's this new place called Local Color that we've been talking about going to.
That'll be in
Um,
September.
That'll be September. That's the biggest venue in regards for open mics.
Yeah.
A lot of talented people go out to that venue. The owner is Isaiah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
And basically that venue has been up to like 200 people in there. It's been so full that people have to stand outside.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big venue.
Okay.
So you know where the Ross is at the First Street?
In San Jose?
In San Jose.
Okay.
So at First Street there was like a Ross. Was it Ross?
Mhm.
They shut it down. The owner somebody from San Jose State that graduated. They graduated with an arts degree, I think.
Yeah.
And he bought the venue. From what I read online, from his background, and he bought the venue, the area, and pretty much he turned it into how would you say
Like an open art exhibit.
exactly, yeah, open art exhibit
Where you have like multiple artists doing multiple things.
Yeah.
skaters,
Skaters,
Art.
graffiti, paint,
singers, artists, players,
probably dancers too, most
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
everything, anything
crazy.
creative wise,
Yeah.
even interviewers, just like yourself podcasting.
Hey.
Hey.
Same
thing.
Yeah, no, it's open all the time, and
Yeah.
except for the morning. I think it's more like after 5.
Okay, you said it's on First Street, and what else again?
First, where Johnny is, the other Johnny.
Oh,
First
Johnny,
in Santa Clara?
Yeah.
We're across the street from
I
Johnny's.
think-
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's First in Santa Clara.
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Where Cream is. Literally like right there.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're good. And it's local color, bright colors. It's a cool spot. So
Man, that's crazy.
you'll see the graffiti everywhere. You'll see skaters skating inside the place,
Yeah.
doing ollies and everything.
That's cool because that's like kind of the dream. It's just like to buy a building and just have it
Art.
open to the public for artists and things of that nature.
It's sick.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like, shout out to Isaiah for doing that. That's pretty cool. That's got to be a lot of money. I don't know where he comes up with
It's in
that.
downtown San Jose too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then, are you guys doing any other shows beside that? I mean, you went to, you flew to the East Coast. Was that for a show or?
Oh no, that was back when I did modeling. Yeah, not no more. But that was when I did modeling. I did I hate to say it, but I did I was with Go Model Shop, and then I did another one. I forgot what the other one was called. This place called you know where Eastridge is? So they have these little boxes where you could toss in like envelopes and stuff. And long story short, my mom tossed my name in there, and then I ended up getting picked out. I did like a show there with my guitar, and then I got signed for a
Okay.
year. And
Yeah.
the story behind it all is basically I ended up getting signed by this company, and I did a couple of like photo shoots and stuff like that. And I tried to do some extras, and I actually went for the Transformers 3 movie. I was trying to go for one of the main roles, and then it ended up happening because I'm not a good actor. But yeah, no, I've been a couple of places though, thankfully from that. But we've done a couple of shows. We did shows with, in regards for music, we've done shows with John Hart. We're supposed to do, I think the biggest one we were supposed to do, which would have been amazing, was we had 2 opportunities from big artists.
Yeah.
MGK, remember that one?
Machine Gun Kelly.
And then we were supposed to do one with 2 Chainz.
Okay. Yeah.
That was going to be dope. But then, I don't know what happened. I think we kind of just
We just kind of had creative differences and disbanded.
Oh, okay.
Just
Not
typical
us,
band stuff.
Yeah, it was just like, it was crazy. Like, it was not like, it's just like life was going and then kind of threw us off a little bit, but then we like came back together and started again. Kind of like typical differences.
Typical band stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine it's not easy to put like people together and just like, hey, just do music, because
Yeah.
everyone has their own artistic
Vision.
vision, perspective, and all that. So it's like how do you get all these people to like go for the same goal?
No,
It's crazy.
You have to have a very open mindset, and you have to have a chemistry. If you can't have those two, then you're gonna struggle, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you have to be flexible too. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like everyone has jobs, so it's like you guys have to meet up like all the
difficult.
time.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
I think the most difficult actually is with his schedule, because since like you're now a manager.
Supervisor.
Supervisor. He's gonna be a manager one day.
Mm.
You could tell. Look at that. No, I'm just kidding. But no, he's gonna be a manager one day. No, he's supervisor now. So his schedule kind of like fluctuates whenever they need him.
Mhm.
For me, my schedule is pretty strict. It's just Monday through Friday.
Oh, okay.
Same thing with the drummer. Unfortunately, he's not here. Shout out Francisco. He has a Monday through Friday.
Mhm.
So the only person that kind of is difficult is just for him.
Like a lot of times, just to go and accommodate the differences, I like to go and just record a sample in my garage.
Okay.
And then if I
Yeah.
feel like it's going somewhere, I'll just kind of shoot off an email to his direction. And then TJ will be like, "Oh, it's dope," or maybe you could try something different.
Yeah.
And then that's just kind of how you communicate. You know, gotta be flexible.
A lot of these songs actually most of them were actually started off because of him. Like a lot, like VIP, which is one of the
VIP.
songs on there. VIP, good song.
Yeah.
Sweet Little Child, my favorite
Okay.
on the album on the EP so far, and then
Mood
Runaway, Mood Ring I wrote. Actually, it's kind of half and half.
Ring was half and half. You chose the beat. I just kind of jumped in.
The Mood Ring, I already had the chorus for it,
Yeah.
and then we wrote our own singles. So those 2. Broadway Lights I wrote.
That one I jumped into.
And you jumped in. That was kind of like half and half.
Yeah.
So it just depends. It felt like more like he wrote it, because we actually have songs past this EP that he's already written. I
Okay.
haven't wrote anything for like the next one yet, because we have like a long trail of what we're going to be doing in the future. It's not like this and we're kind of trying to figure it out. We know what we're going to do later. Like right now we're releasing these EPs like right here, but our mental game where we're going to be at is already over here.
Mm.
So we know how this is going to go.
10 steps ahead.
Like
Always.
a lot, yeah.
I mean, you gotta be, right?
You have to, yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely. So it's fun. It's fun.
So now we're just waiting for that EP right now to get released.
Yes.
That and the music video.
Yes.
The music video is gonna be my favorite since
I
we've
just-
never done the music
Is
video.
it already shot, or do you guys have to do more shooting?
Oh, it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
You just got to go and get it put together piece
Yeah.
by piece.
Okay.
Piece
No
by
pun
piece.
intended.
I'm just realizing it. It's like, what pun? Oh, yeah, that pun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the little projects are done. We're just
Okay.
patiently waiting, like everyone else, waiting for it to
Are you
get.
guys gonna see Johnny anytime soon? Yeah.
Because we gotta get our live stuff together.
Yeah, we got to get a.
Because to perform shows, that's why when you asked that question, you said if we're going to be performing shows, a lot of people go out there with the mentality of just kind of like performing with their with the background music playing along with their vocals. It's so much more to it. When we do shows, because we have experience, we like to make our songs for the show. We don't really do songs just because not only that we feel it, but we feel like it's gonna create a positive engagement with the audience. We really like to like engage with our audience a lot, like because I've seen people do shows and when they don't engage with their audience, it's super boring. And it's like not very like it makes you not want to be there. And I see some shows, it's like, oh, I would like to do that. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's like us
I
having
would do this better.
conversation and just not cracking jokes, just like stone,
Stone face,
face
yeah.
and just talking about nothing
yeah.
and not having any common ground.
Just playing the music and
Yeah,
getting out.
just like,
Yeah.
all right, here I am. All right, I'm done.
That's no personality.
No, we've seen people do that. It's
There's a
ridiculous.
lot of people.
It's so ridiculous how people damage equipment and then we're up next.
Yeah.
And they'll damage my
Oh.
mic. Like, I think my mic was broken and I was doing the
Dude.
chorus and I was like, and then people were
Oh.
looking at me. I'm like,
That was an embarrassing show
yeah.
for us because mainly for you because the microphone. So you want to tell them the story? What happened?
What happened?
When we were at,
Which
yeah,
show
tell them the
was
story.
it?
We were at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl pregame. No, Super Bowl after party.
It was a Super Bowl after party in San Francisco?
San Francisco. It was an after party, and basically they had a venue, a couple artists there. We did our show, and then we kind of left. But you can take the story from here. So
That was the one that we didn't go on until 2 in the morning, right? Oh, that was
2 in the
awful.
morning?
We didn't go on until 2 in the morning. We got there, I think, at like, what, 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. We waited through a whole line of artists, and we had work the next day.
Mhm.
Remember, this is like a weekday, like Thursday.
Sunday, man. Remember
Was
the
it
Super
Sunday?
Bowl's always on a Sunday. So it was Monday the next day.
Sunday. And then we had to go and work the next day, and we were just tired by the time they called us up.
Okay.
And then this one dude, he was hitting bars, he was going hard, and we're like, yeah, trying to stay awake, and then he just, bah, drops the mic on the ground, and I'm like, oh, I hope we're not next. And then sure enough, all right, we're calling Free Radical up to the stage to go and perform their single, and we're just looking at each other like, okay, we're tired, let's do this, we're all hyped, let's get it done. And in my head, I'm like, I hope I don't get that mic. Sure enough, I get the mic.
And it was funny because he's basically like the frontman singer for the group. So anytime
Yeah.
the chorus comes on, he's the one who sings it. So
Yeah.
we're fine on our rapping parts or whatever we have to do. But the minute that the chorus comes on, we're rapping and ba 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 ba. But then all of a sudden he's singing his lungs. I was like,
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 you can
you
see
can't
my
hear
face
anything.
frustrated, just like, and then people were like,
and at that
What?
point, they
Yeah.
noticed the dynamic microphone was damaged, and then they changed it after we performed. And we're
after we
close.
performed, so we had to improvise on stage. I think we were just looking at each other like, oh, just trade mics. So we were just doing that the whole time,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
trying to time it and trade back, even though we were just
throwing microphones to each other like here.
Man, what an asshole for that guy to just drop the mic so he could be all like dramatic and stuff.
Yeah.
Only to kill your guys' performance.
You
Yeah.
will meet the strangest people because I remember we were in Oakland. We were doing this was when our first band actually was Free Radical,
Mhm.
and Free Radical was based off of it was me, you, and Tony, which was like our previous bandmate.
Mhm.
So when we were doing our pre-release, we were talking. It's basically an elevator pitch before we start doing performances, talking about our CD and what we have to do. That was a guy. This is the most interesting sales pitch I've ever seen in my life. He got his CD and he told everybody, if you can't buy my effing CD for $5, y'all are garbage. And he throws the CD
threw his own
from
CD.
the second floor onto the floor. And we're all standing there like looking up. We're like,
Of course, I was taking notes for strategy. I'm like, that's a good idea. Let's get one of our broken CDs.
attention
and toss
grabber.
it.
Attention grabber.
Yeah, and everyone was just,
It was quiet. And it was funny because then he come down all pissed and he picks up the CD and then he leaves.
yeah.
It
It was like more of a supportive, like artistic group for artists trying to come up, and everyone was like clapping. We were doing like little speeches and everything. I think I went up with you.
yeah, we were up
We
there.
were talking about our band and our business and everything,
Mhm.
and then that dude came up like maybe a couple people after, and said that, and then everyone was just like, no clapping, no nothing, just staring
Yeah,
at
actually,
him.
it was
He's like,
after.
"Well, fine,
Yeah.
bah!" and he drops it like that. And we were just like,
We're just looking and we're like, you gonna pick it up? He picked it up.
yeah. I don't think he wanted $5. I think he wanted like 20.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking, but I don't want to oversay it because there's like 7 songs on there
Yeah.
for $20. Like not even somebody
It's
from.
way too much money.
Yeah, because something
Yeah.
like even the biggest artists like don't even charge
They
that
don't
much
even
for a
sell
CD.
$20. No,
Like typically when there's like 13 songs, they charge $12.99.
we don't even sell it for $20.
No.
What was our last CD going for? Like 5?
Yeah, 5, and we had like 13 songs on there. So that was crazy. So
That was pretty interesting.
yeah.
$5 for 13 songs. Now that's the deal.
Because each song is usually $1. And on iTunes it was like $1.29, and on iTunes it was more expensive than the actual physical CD, which it should be the other way.
Yeah.
You know, physical CDs should be more, but
It should.
at the time, like, we're just like, we just want to, you know, do music and just do what we like, and we didn't care. Like, money comes later.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't too much.
No.
Still same mentality, just like pushing out new beats and new vibes and everything. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a very interesting time. We
Don't you
did
think-
win that. What did we win that conference? It was,
What was the conference of, like, there's a lot of people.
It was a beat producer conference. And
Really, in San Jose or
in Oakland.
okay, yeah.
And we actually got chosen out of like what 50
It was-
or 100 artists.
It was not, yeah, there was a lot of artists.
There's a lot of artists that submitted their work.
They were not beat perfect. It was not a beat one because we didn't make beats. It was like an artist. It was just like an artist, like
No, it was a beat production, like a mixing and mastering competition, or not competition.
it was a
but like
mixing and mastering of songs, but it was
Yeah.
not like a beat. It was just
It
more
was a
focused on
critiquing
art.
event. It was a
There you go.
critiquing panel.
Yeah, critiquing panel. So
Yeah.
then, like, big artists like that work with JC, you know, Shakira and all the big
have
heads.
insight on the industry.
Yeah, they will pick like an artist that they like the most out of everyone in the group, and we got picked out. That was our song backwards.
That was really cool.
They,
And everybody, like, I remember that song.
Everyone
that came on, we
looked
stood
at
up,
us.
and we're just like, we're all there, all geeked out. We're all like, smiling. Like, and then they called us up, and then as soon as the song came on, everybody's like, looked at us, and that
And
was
we were-
crazy.
it
Like,
was cool.
You made that, and everybody's like saying, calm down, calm
I
down.
think
Like,
we had about 20 plus people look at us like, whoosh.
and they were asking while the song was playing.
Yeah, like, oh, who wrote this? Oh, who sung this? Who
Who
put
did
that?
this?
And
Yeah.
we're just like, it was us.
Yeah.
how long ago was that song made?
Like what? A year ago?
It's literally a year ago.
Yeah.
Year
One or
or
2
two
years
ago.
ago?
Oh, so it's pretty fresh, right?
Yeah,
To an extent.
to an extent, because then we left the Free Radical, and now we're doing Piece by Piece. Like, two different ideas that now we're placing into this band. So this band is completely new, fresh off the start. We did really good with Free Radical, I want to say, when it came to the launch. Because in San Jose, we were pretty known in San Jose. Like, we had like a lot of views. We had support from. We had like a lot of artists struggle to bring people out from their own city, but yet we were able to get like 30 to 40 people out to our show, our first show. So that was pretty good. And that's not including the people that didn't know us going to the show. So it was like 70 people in that venue. It was like over at what was it called?
Agenda?
Back Bar.
Back
Back
bar.
bar, yeah.
Back
Back
bar.
bar.
So Back Bar was where we were performing. There was so many people. It was ridiculous. Like, people were like even outside the door. They couldn't get in. So
And
that was the best.
we even
show
got
that we had.
people get off their bar stools after like one or two of our songs, just started walking up towards the stage.
That was beautiful.
I'm
stuff.
like, it was a really cool feeling.
Yeah. Now we're going with this idea with Piece by Piece, and now we have a drummer. So I feel like our entertainment wise is gonna be a lot better because I didn't play any like instruments when we did Free Radical, but now I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing instruments.
I think we were just kind of standing in a line or just kind of waiting for our turn on stage.
Yeah, I
Just
think.
and then it's like, oh, it's my part? Okay. And then we go on, and then we'd be on the other two sides, and then the person would be at the center, and they'd be like, okay, it's your turn. And then we
We look
switch
like
around
Alvin
again.
and the Chipmunks.
We looked like Alvin and the Chipmunks. We had the same
No, we
colors.
did. We
had
did
the same
actually.
colors. We had green, red, and blue.
Was that intentional or what?
No,
No,
it was not.
it was not.
That was a big story behind that, and you know more. He's the one who created that idea. It was a super dope idea. He comes up with a lot of creative ideas, like for like the idea of the group and stuff like that.
Why did we choose those colors again?
Basically, from what I remember, we were in his garage and we were like thinking for hours, like 7 hours. I remember it was like a Saturday. We stayed there till like from like 2 in the afternoon to even up till 2 in the morning. We stayed there for hours and we would write, we would think, we would try to figure things out. And I remember we were there and he just sat out and was like, what about green, red, and blue? And what about like some DNA stuff? Like, what do you mean? It's like, well, think about it. Like, 3 is an odd number, you know. Like it's like, so what is an odd number? Like it's the outstand. It's like the outcast, right? So what if like since there's 3 of us, we make like a DNA? What DNA has 3 strands? Like the Free Radical.
The free radical.
And the Free Radical.
Okay.
And that's where our name came from. It's like it's basically a cancer cell.
It's like, yeah, and all it does is just destroy everything in its path.
Yeah, and at the time, since so many people were doing just hip hop shows, and we were doing hip hop too, but we had a different idea. That's where the Free Radical idea came from, because we felt like we were so different that we were cancer to what our city actually likes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we were cancerous to the norm, basically.
To the norm. Yeah, we were
And
different.
we were just creating our new, energies and vibes and everything else.
and that's where that idea came from. It was great.
But now it's dismembered, and
Yeah.
now there's a
Maybe that's why
there's
we
a
call
new
it Piece
band.
by Piece.
Hey.
Stay woke.
Yeah. So it's interesting. How did we come up with that name?
Well, we're in a basement. We're in Johnny's basement, but not this Johnny's basement.
Yeah.
Every Johnny has a basement.
Every Johnny's
That's how it
basement.
It's funny that you have the same name as our producer, so it's like
Yeah.
we get confused when we say Johnny. We're like, oh, yeah, Johnny.
And you both have basements, so it makes it even worse, man.
It's like, which Johnny's basement?
Yeah. It was fun. I mean,
No, it's definitely worth going through. I will give it that. Most people are afraid just to step on one stage. We went on multiple.
yeah, we were not shy to perform either. We love performing. Like, we just need, I think the only fear that we have is we don't like to perform if we know we're not ready. Because we don't want to go up there and make a fool of ourselves, you know, like, I mean, like, some people are just like, yeah, I should just perform just to perform. It's like, no, it's like, you want to do something right the first time, you know? You never want to go up there and make a fool of yourself, because those people that watched you would be like, this guy's a fool, he doesn't even perform that good.
It's like going to your final and not studying for a full week or two. And you're like, I'm going to do this.
I'm gonna just use street knowledge.
Yeah, and it's like, damn, like,
Yeah, it don't work that way. You gotta rehearse.
and there's a lot of people that do that. Like, they go to the shows and they'll just perform and they forget their words on stage.
And all they do is they just dance.
Or they choke,
Yeah, or they're just
Really?
like,
stand there.
like, I think I did that maybe once. Once or
Yeah.
twice.
Or your first time.
Yeah.
But I saved your ass. I remember that, dude. Like, because I was so, like, we know each other's verses and stuff. Like, I remember I would stumble or he would stumble and we'll jump on each other's words real quick so that they don't even know. But, like, I remember the only reason why I think you messed up was, like, one time was because we were doing Damn City and that song was, he was singing and then he went into, like, a really fast rap after.
There's no pace. It's
He
just
couldn't keep up his breath. It's like, imagine singing. That's what he did.
Well,
And-
it is singing at full force, trying to get your loudest amount of energy out for the chorus, because you don't want to be under the chorus. You want to match it. You know what I mean? And then right after that, you just go into like a fast verse, just going back, blah, 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 and you're like, and you're moving on stage too. Remember that? Like, you're just constantly going
There's
everywhere.
a lot of coordination.
There's a
with
lot
your-
of coordination.
with the
There's a lot of
body
breathing
and the
patterns. You gotta like sometimes forget to breathe for 2 seconds, inhale real quick, and then go back at it.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it, man.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot to it, and people make it look easy on stage, but
No.
like, I guarantee you, Bruno Mars doesn't just go on stage,
No,
rock
no,
a show
he
without
does
rehearsing.
Really good. He's a good
You know, that's just it's not natural.
You really gotta prepare for that.
Yeah, you really got to rehearse and prepare.
He's a
for that.
dope performer. I'm mad that I missed him over here in San Jose. He just came like 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
he
go to
was
the
here
one
recently.
in Oracle. I'm gonna try to go to that one.
Mm.
Yeah, I've seen his perform. For me as an artist, I always watch people perform all the time. All the time. I watch different styles. I watch what they do. What I would take and pull from them, and just kind of get an idea of like what to do or what not to do, and just kind of create our own style. And then we'll bring it to the table and be like, what if we do this? And then typically, like, either him or Francisco will be like, nah, let's try that, a little bit of that, but then let's add this to it. So it's kind of like a Lego, build ideas together, and then once we're like, yeah, then we'll go with it.
Yeah.
So
And then I just study sounds. Like, if I catch any sound, like, I like it, and then I try and find something similar to it and just kind of craft it.
You put it in like the program, or
No.
how does that work for the sounds?
We go on. We release our beats if
Yeah.
we feel like it's something that we're gonna use for a project.
Yeah.
I think eventually we'll try and create some.
yeah,
Once we get a little more, no, I don't want to say talent, but a little more, season in our instruments.
Mhm.
But I just choose beats, and I'm like, I send it, or I write to it, and I send it to CJ. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this?
and I'm like, it's dope.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or he'll be like, it's lit.
It's crispy.
And then after I record on it, he records on it, we send it to Francisco.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, and he's
a drum in it.
and then that's pretty much the scenario.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
But
a big
He's-
process too, like getting these songs.
He is a dope drummer, dude. Like
Yeah.
he lights his cymbals on fire when he performs.
Really?
Yes,
is it
he
his
does.
cymbals or his sticks?
His cymbals, my bad. No,
I was like,
it's
he
his
likes the
cymbals.
sticks on fire. It's pretty dope.
He probably would do that in the future, but he does the cymbals. He'll put like he was telling me like he'll put like he'll put like a certain type of like fluid, and he'll do is he'll bang them, and the flames will go up, and he'll light them on fire when he's performing. So it's like it's pretty dope. So he's been performing like his whole life.
Okay.
So it's like it's crazy to know that he's been doing that for like since he was like 5.
Yeah.
So.
Like lighting his drums on fire since 5?
No. That'd be kind of weird. No, but he's been performing drums since 5. He's played piano, drums, and he's multi-instrument talented. Okay. So cool, and he sings too. But I didn't find that out till later. But yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yeah, like
he's not here, but just
he's a very experienced drummer.
He's here in spirit.
He's here in spirit.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up, and thanks guys for coming. Is there any other last words you guys want to spit out? That's it. You guys good?
Let me think about this.
What's the name of the album again?
Plasticity.
Plasticity.
Plasticity. Plasticity.
Okay. This Friday.
June
27th.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be out. In regards for the music video, we're under discussion for that, but it's definitely going to be in between either early August or mid-August. Just depends on how things flows with us. And other than that, just keep an eye out because we're already thinking of ideas for a second video.
We are on Facebook.
And we're on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook if you can. Everything's still kind of under construction, but once we have everything up, look us up, Piece by Piece.
That'll be the best way to kind of keep up to date with what we're gonna go and be doing, like show-wise and everything. So, camera.
All right. All right. Thanks,
All right,
guys, and
cool.
Take care.
All right,
no
then.
problem.
We're woke as fuck right now.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm always woke. That's for Francisco.
That's for Francisco.
Right?
Definitely.